variety in AEW would be fantastic too. You had another layer to all the Cole stuff as well. Like,
yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, there's some matches like him and Jungle Boy, him and Sammy. Can you imagine him and Ray Phoenix? Imagine him just doing a backbreaker and Ray Phoenix.
He'll toss Ray up. Ray will do like 300 flips in air and come down, just land back.
He won't come down. He'll never come down. He'll just go up. Yeah. Really anyway, the chat is talking about tag teams because they're bootlickers and they follow our lead. So today.
Hey, somebody try to leave a super chat to make sure that it works. I feel like if every single one of you leave a super chat to make sure that the monetization works, we'll be in good shape.
Bob, who's the best tag team in the world right now, and why is it the Acclaimed?
The Acclaimed, top of the chain.
That's true. They have good raps and stuff, you know. No, actually, I do like Anthony Bones quite a bit. I'm not a huge Max Caster guy, but...
Yeah, Bones is really good. Well, it isn't actually like you can do super chats. You've just been owned again, Jeremy.
Are you kidding me?
Dude, you can't get owned twice. You can't. Not in one day.
My God.
Seems bad.
Man.
Seems bad.
Poor Jeremy getting owned on his own show.
No, this isn't good at all. Joe Pearl, help me.
Dude, when Billy Corgan stuffed you in a locker live on the air, I could. I nearly cried. I was so excited. He's watching too, right? He just fired up.
How do I turn him on? I'm not used to this.
Bob, help.
I don't have a YouTube channel, so I actually can't help here.
You should. Please make a YouTube channel.
I just go on everyone else's channel, then I don't have to do the hard work.
Oh, I gotta do a new stream?
Wow.
Oh, that's bad.
I don't want to do that. But this is our biggest show. This is supposed to be a celebration. The monetization celebration.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Should we restart this and do a new one?
I mean, that seems excessive.
I want money, Joseph.
I understand, but I mean, good Lord. You know? They're crazy enough to come into this one. Coming into a third one? Jesus. Well, we could if you want. I don't mind.
Is it because I started it too late?
Might be. Could be because you're a bootlicker.
Could be. Joseph.
This is what you get for dunking on the NWA.
Can I run 2 streams at once on this channel?
No.
Why not?
Surely not. There's no way. How does that work?
Joe Pro seems to think you can.
This isn't ESPN Plus.
Hold on, I'm going to create a new.
If that's the case, that is. I'm so excited for this.
It's gonna be the.
Oh, now he said you can't.
Well, we're gonna try it.
There's no way. This is not. This is not that high level of an experiment here.
Extraction post-show dual stream.
Good Lord. Oh, well. We learned a lesson here. This is why you never start a show with Roddy Strong fantasy booking that's never explained to the audience.
We're going to see. Oh, man. This is going to be potentially something. Legitimately might not be anything, but...
Hey, guys. Jeremy Lambert running to the second stream. If obviously that doesn't have sound because people that are just listening don't. You know, it's different to this.
All right, let's go.
Oh, boy.
No.
So we got a real big problem. Somebody keeps fucking me here.
Can everybody still hear me on this show?
Yes.
Okay.
You want another stream right now?
No, I'm about to. I gotta set it up, Joseph.
Coward, come on, man.
Calm down.
We're on the USA Network right now.
All right, it's a dual stream. It's set up. So if you go to the channel, is it listed on the channel? I guess I can do that.
Jeremy's just dunking on himself.
This is great.
It's been a long spin. It is. Okay, upcoming live stream. So if I click go live, I'm over here on the stream, by the way.
Oh, this is so scary. Okay, guys.
Hold on, I'm going to post the link in the chat. Here we go. Can you could probably just like look at it, and can you send super chats off of this or no? Like, is it there to send super chats?
I don't know, man.
A new one? You want me to go in there real quick?
Oh, Joel Pearl's telling me to check my DMs. It's never good when Joel Pearl wants me to check my DMs.
No.
I feel like this is not going to work because that's just my my guess.
Oh, he says there's no super chat option. Why can't we? I want money.
Well, on the new one, there's no super chat.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Seems
Why
bad.
not?
Christmas is over.
Terrible.
Fuck Christmas.
Deleting this stream never existed. The dual stream never existed. I'm gonna figure this out on air.
Did you turn super chats on? That's a good question. Did you do that?
I turned monetization on. Is there something I need to like? Shut up, Josh. How do I turn on super chats?
Oh my! Why is everyone trying to own you tonight, man?
Man, I worked 17 hours yesterday. Come off vacation, and it's not like minutes restriction. It's like, here, play the full 48, carry the offense.
I think it's what Jeremy's trying to say.
All right, let's go. No. So we got a real big problem. Somebody keeps fucking me here.
All right, I'm gonna figure this out, everybody.
Somebody keeps fucking Jeremy here.
Somebody does keep fucking me.
Sorry to hear that, Bob.
What's up?
Your thoughts on someone trying to fuck Jeremy?
Seems bad.
Yeah.
Shut up, O'Neal.
Damn, lashing out at poor Bob.
Oh wait, I might have figured it out.
Yay, we figured it out.
Maybe.
Did you have to turn on the super chats?
Maybe.
Sorry to hear that.
How do I?
Folks?
Okay. Oh wait, here. Oh wait. What do you mean I don't have access to it? Oh wait.
Again.
Okay, refresh. Wait, what happened? All right, everybody refresh. Refresh the stream. Refresh it.
Bob is popping.
So you didn't turn it on?
Refresh it. Is it there? Fuck!
No. No. Okay, now try and do the dual stream again.
Okay. All right.
This is good stuff. It's good audio.
This is the worst thing we've ever done.
I hope someone's like in their car right now with this on. You know?
Why isn't there? Okay, refresh again. Don't actually refresh again, but.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Excited for Christmas?
I am. It's my birthday.
Factual. How weird is that? It works. Joe Pearl works. Hang
My
on,
God.
wait. Joe Pearl has been incorrect before those.
Joe Pearl sucks. Joe Pearl, leave money if it works.
Leave money.
Prove it, Joe Pearl. Somebody prove it. Don't just tell me it's there. Give us some money.
Okay, it's there. It's there.
My God.
Yep.
Nobody's
Bob.
proven anything. You're just saying that it's there.
Hey, Bob, how weird is it to have your birthday on Christmas?
It's strange, man. Like, because, everyone's celebrating and it's not really for you. And just, it's gotten better as I've gotten older, though, because we don't really, do anything anymore. So just kind of hang out and watch basketball, which is what I like to do anyway. There we go.
And more money.
JJ, I'm excited about it. It's about 90 minutes from me. So if he ever, books a card there or something after a game, I will go.
He should make a promotion with Freddie Prinze Jr.
You're going to need to start listening to this Freddie Prinze Jr. thing, man.
Did you listen to the interview with Ariel Helwani?
I did not.
Brother,
was really good.
It's 60 minutes long, and aside from the 90 seconds where he puts over Karrion Kross, it's like flawless.
It goes by really fast too.
It's
like,
incredible.
I mean, I listen on higher speed, but like it goes.
No,
by
I mean, like,
fast.
I don't really need another podcast, but if he keeps it at like 60 minutes, then I could probably do it.
God, what are we doing there? Let's celebrate my victory here. Of look at all these super chats we're getting.
I mean, fair. Okay.
We did it. Look at all this money we're bringing in.
Yeah. Not a big fan of some of the content of these chats, but I'll leave them.
Joseph, you're not going to complain when that paycheck hits.
You're right, I'm not. I mean, I have a lot of action figures to buy. You know. It's a good point. I'm very excited. Thanks, folks. I appreciate it. Anyway, so Freddie Prinze Jr.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
Look, for my struggles of figuring out how that shit worked, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. That was exciting. I mean, you know. Wow. I'm not sure how I feel about the insults, Bob. What are you?
It's bad.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad they can't do this on the grin.
Not yet.
No, not ever. Yeah, so Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, no, I should check that out. You see Eric Bischoff was on Renee's podcast today, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I listened to that too.
Good.
It wasn't bad. I mean,
No.
Bischoff has his own podcast and does like 50 hours of content a week and then gets interviewed, and we expect something new. Like, can't imagine ever doing that. But it was good stuff. He had some good quotes.
Yeah, I mean, I never like heard a deep dive into his time with WWE the second time, so it was interesting. You know,
Damn TNA, man.
yeah, JJ's got to stop with that.
Yeah, we need actually. This is the perfect time to do this. This needs to stop for everyone. Okay, I'm calling a truce right now. I will no longer, before I say stuff about TNA, say sorry, JJ. And in return, I expect JJ's replies of something involving TNA to stop. Earlier today, JJ began to dunk on me because Roddy Strong once worked for TNA, a company that suspended him for not leaving Ring of Honor's show and not being a bootlicker. And that is too far, as was 2 days ago when the Fiendess, Alexa Bliss, was the speculation regarding her going to Impact Wrestling in my mentions, which is, again, still the most vile thing I've ever read, but has to stop now. I'm calling a truce.
It's fair.
Bob, do you know Jay Shell is?
Yes, we follow each other on Twitter. Jay Shell's great. I'm gonna watch you guys on her show tomorrow.
Are you going to be on a future episode, Fantasy Book, and you just do Brock, and you're just like, well, Brock, you know, he could wrestle other guys that I like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fair. Joe holding a grudge against TNA. Fuck those guys, man. I'm not. You know what? It's we're all being honest with each other. It's Christmas. This, by the way, dude, this fucking team sucks, man. Honestly, Tobias Harris seems like the nicest dude in the world, and I wish he was a piece of shit, man.
He's still on the team?
Yes, apparently.
No.
I wish he was a piece of shit so that I didn't feel so bad at hating his game as much as I do. Did you see the last play against the Boston Celtics?
No.
Bro,
I would like to watch this, though.
Dribbled the air out of the ball while Embiid was standing there. Like, oh, man, it's just brutal. Bums me out so much.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Look at this shit, man. What the fuck, man? This is terrible. Why is the chat so comfortable dunking on Joseph James Hulbert? You never knew the story? The story is, so allegedly, the dynamic between TNA and Ring of Honor is a big part of CM Punk and AJ Styles' alleged distaste for one another.
I gotta watch this Tobias Harris play.
It's nothing exciting. He just does nothing. He has Al Horford on him and just can't get past him. It's brutal. It's actually sad how unexciting it is what I'm getting at. So here's the thing.
That's funny.
TNA and Ring of Honor had a lot of ups and downs in their relationship. And one was because of a certain guy that was, one was because a certain guy who was allegedly some very, very bad things. By allegedly, I mean look into it. TNA got, they did some things in reaction to that. They then kind of started sharing again. But there was a big deal where there was like do you remember this, Jeremy? There was like a storm coming to New York or some shit. And TNA called all of their talent that was on both shows and said, you need to leave now to get to our pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And a couple of them did so, I think. And Roddy was one of the guys that didn't. And he showed up late to the pay-per-view and they suspended him for like 2 months, whatever they did.
Yeah.
Fucking goons.
Terrible.
Bootlickers. See, this is the thing. Is I was very impressed by the way the Sixers hung in there without Embiid and Tobias for some of it. Like, they were competitive in games they had no right to be competitive in. Their record suffered, but they were hanging in there. Embiid's back from COVID. He had a lot of problems, so I don't expect him to be immediately what he was, or what he usually is, I should say. But it's still hard to watch them sometimes. It really is. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. You should like a good team.
Stop. Just stop. I don't like anything, bro. I don't like everything I enjoy. I just take L's, and like the chat just enjoys it and dunks on me.
That's fair.
I just get no joy out of anything, and everyone I like loses all the time.
I mean,
It's
most
sad.
of the teams I like are bad too. That's why I'm so happy about the Bulls because they're not bad.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I just it's just sad, Bob. Imagine telling me that Samoa Joe got released and just re-signed for NXT and then never wrestled again after having his last match with Karrion Kross. And I just have to accept and live with that every day. I have to get up every single day and just live with that.
Well, maybe he'll come back someday.
Hey Joe, the whole Undisputed Era faction you have no interest in whatsoever is going to go to AEW other than the one guy that you like who's one of your favorite wrestlers ever. Okay, what's he doing, Bob? Well, he's wrestling Joe Gacy. Hey, Joe. Ember Moon? Yeah, man, she's really starting to heat up over there on SmackDown. Well, actually, no, she's going to tear her Achilles doing a 24/7 angle and then get released a couple of years later and be told she's bad for years. Hey, Joe, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, the actor you absolutely fucking despise and wish would go off TV? Yeah. Well, it's actually going to just completely ruin one of the only other wrestlers on TV that you like, including the tag team that you thoroughly enjoyed for the last year, giving them no conclusion whatsoever, while the other half of it becomes a superhero. Sorry, an almost superhero. She's actually going to ruin another one of your favorite wrestlers in Rhea Ripley. They're going to have a shitty tag team run that hurts both of them. I live with all of this stuff every day.
Yeah, that's rough, man. I feel you.
Anyway, just tough, man. Be nice if I got a win, right? And they haven't even signed Buddy Matthews.
I was waiting for the Hey Joe, your favorite 205 Live wrestler. I was waiting for that. Didn't come.
I just the only thing that made that bit worthwhile was the pop when he comes out on any of the shows, frankly. Even if he'd have debuted on Bound for Glory, I wouldn't have liked it, but it would have been funny, right? We could have got great content out of it where everyone dunks on me. He just goes nowhere. It's sad.
He's working the territories, man.
Apparently so. I mean, he made a bit in Starcade at least, so.
I didn't watch his match with Malachi Black. I'm sure it was fine.
It was very good. But it's just,
I did watch the Okada match, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, the Okada match was good. It was very, it was very greatest hits Okada. It wasn't like he was, but it was a nice match. You can tell obviously there's a lot more there they could do, but Okada took it seriously and give him a lot, so that's what you can do.
Yeah.
Wow, look at the chat. Just kicking the shit out of me.
Yeah, they are. They're telling you to let it play out and everything.
Just don't they just kick the shit out of me, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's tough.
You know,
Yeah.
they come in here, their favorite federation's ratings are down, and they kick the shit out of me. They punish me accordingly. Terrible.
Yeah. It used to be me, but well, not really here. On the other show, it was usually me, but even that hasn't happened too much anymore.
True. Oh well, it's fine. Hey Bob, you bought any action figures recently?
I haven't. I was just thinking about that the other day. I need to get myself some more. You know, I never got the Hangman Page one.
God, that
wow.
rules. The visual of Bob just walking around his place being like, haven't bought action figures in a while. That's a Bob.
No, you know, like every time they drop new ones, I'm like, oh, these all look cool. I'm going to buy them and then just never follow up on them. I might order the Rob Van Dam one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be at War Games?
I'm hoping, man. I hope he's the shaman or whatever. People think it's him or
What the
X-Pac.
fuck?
Oh yeah, MSK went on a 420 journey, and they have discovered the smoke god, and people have believing that it's going to be Rob Van Dam. If the payoff is not Van Dam, it's weak. I saw people saying like Waltman, and look, I love Sean Waltman,
Yeah.
but and I know he's close with the MSK guys. Like the payoff's got to be Rob Van Dam.
Yeah. God forbid it be a good wrestler, huh?
Wow.
I don't even know what that was like. Who that was a shot at.
It's better that way. I was very upset. The World Wrestling Federation have made an Ultimate Elite figure for the Fiendess Alexa Bliss, and unfortunately, it is indeed her Fiendess Alexa Bliss form, which is that's sad. Did you see that, Bob?
No, I didn't. That's a bummer, though.
She has like I don't even know what you call it, what she would wear as the Fiendess, but all of that shit.
Yeah, it seems like they're just going to stick with that when she comes back, huh?
I mean, if they make 10 new merchandise items regarding that character and then she just doesn't come back as that character, I'll respect it to such a degree that I'll just be nice that week as a Bob. That's hilarious. I don't know. It's hard to care at this point. It's Elias. Where is Elias?
Dead.
Yeah, they showed a grave for him. He was in the woods, and he hasn't been there since. So
seems bad.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Bob,
what's up?
You know I talked about all the losses that I've taken.
Yes.
Can you open up a little bit about how hard it is to not watch Braun Strowman wrestle?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bummer, man. I miss seeing him on my television every week. No, I did like the Shane match was very good, and the triple threat match before he got released was very good. I mean, I'm never gonna go back and rewatch either of them, but I remember being entertained in the moment.
The Shane match was very good. He's disgusting, Bob. Come on.
Listen, I have a low bar for Shane matches. You know this.
Yes, you do.
I enjoy him. I don't think we're gonna ever see him wrestle again.
That's one win I can take then. He's the worst, man. When he was doing that shtick as the best in the world, I swear to God, that made me actively hate the show.
When he had Roman in a chin lock, Saudi shows.
Fuck, man. And he beat him too.
Yeah, listen, so that stuff was all bad, but like the Miz stuff was mostly fine, and then everything before that. Like,
he got Miz super over as a babyface.
The Owens match getting a bunch of time on the first SmackDown on Fox was not good in hindsight. But like, yeah, I like the Miz stuff, and that AJ match is legitimately one of my favorite matches the past few years. I think it's excellent.
What happened to AJ Styles?
He's in a tag team now.
With who?
Omos.
On what company?
Raw.
No.
What company? Raw.
No, I think he should win the Rumble, but I don't think he's gonna. I've talked to you guys both about how he should face Big E at some point.
I don't think he should win the Rumble, to be honest, but I get what you're saying.
Just based on some other people they're heating up to win the Rumble, I would like AJ more than them.
Their roster isn't very good.
Well,
he is getting up there, though, in all fairness.
He is, but like, how many better wrestlers do they have than AJ Styles on the main roster?
Yeah, not many.
I mean, here's the thing: he should obviously be doing more, but like in the absolute onslaught of things they get wrong, I don't think AJ Styles is really up there, to be honest. Like, their problem is they need to be having some fresh faces on top, not the fact that they are not using a legend the way they should be. To me, anyway, that's just my take on it. He's, 44, 45.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should try and make some guys that are under 35, personally, but,
Well,
how many guys do they have on the main roster that are? I really think this is what they're trying to do, and that's why like NXT has gone the direction it's gone in, because it is kind of younger people, characters. They love that.
Yeah.
And this new NIL deal, like they want athletes. They want these college athletes who they can train to be professional wrestlers. I don't even hate it. Like I
don't get why people were upset about that. Like,
the way they want to do their business, I think it makes a lot of sense for them.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of great wrestlers have come through that kind of path, and the answer is always a mix. And any promotion that shuts off either side of the fence because of some sort of dumb, like they've not done this or they have done this, is silly. A mix is always the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There will be great wrestlers that never work in indie. There will be great wrestlers that work every indie in the world. There will be shitty wrestlers that do both of those two. That's what it is. There are guys that have been working for 10 years and aren't good, shouldn't be on TV. It's talent by talent. There's some examples of it right now. Some of my favorite guys in the industry are someone that didn't work indies. Like, you have open mind. I think they should obviously be trying to sign indie talent too. They will eventually rebalance because they'll realize that's something they should do. But right now they're doing what WWE does, which is overreact and go way too far. But the thing you referenced a minute ago seems like a good, seems good.
Yeah.
I just, the real problem is just the way they're using the main roster. And, if you can't get it right with the range of guys they've not got it right with, like, it's, that's the concern, right? If you can cut, in 1 year, if you can cut guys like Bray and Braun, as well as work rate guys like, Buddy or whoever else they've cut, a lot of guys. That's the concern, really. I think, like, look, I get it. I think the PC deal is probably, like, I think it's a little much, Bianca Belair's pretty good, right? She turned out okay. And a lot of the talent that, like, they signed, they were never going to be able to improve much because they were fucking awesome on arrival. I don't think they've not churned out the level of homegrown talent you would like, but how much opportunities said homegrown talent had when the TV has been filled with the bowler greatest hits? Like, it's a hard system they've got there. So
yeah. Like, I mean, Braun Breaker feels like they got something there.
Definitely, yeah. He's really good, yeah.
I think Carmelo Hayes, it feels like, is a guy that can make an impact.
For sure. He's not a PC guy, though, right?
No,
he worked elsewhere.
It's Christian Casanova on
the
independent team.
But yeah, I mean, like, they're getting better. Like, you can see some of these guys on the main roster someday where it was always going to be like a harder fit for some of the other guys they had, which there's a lot of problems with that. That you didn't have continuity between developmental and the main roster. Now they kind of have that, which I guess is good, even if you don't care for it.
Yeah, I don't know. The talent development thing, I think a lot of these guys are actually, like, legitimately good, and they're just used poorly. I even think guys like a guy like Corbin is absolutely well trained.
Mm-hmm.
And useful. It's just the problem is they made him the top heel, and he can't do that. He isn't. It's like taking a guy who can shoot spark threes and make him run the offense. That's not what he should be doing. But he can play a role, and I think he's been someone. I don't think he's uninteresting to watch personally. Some people might, but I don't. I even look at someone like. Let me think of one that's under the radar. Like, Carmella's good TV.
Yeah.
Carmella is someone that I think makes the most of her TV time. And I don't think she should be winning the title anytime. So I thought that was a mistake. But she's a PC project that, like, no one talks about, and maybe fairly so. But I think she's good TV. She cuts good promos. She has good matches. She does the job, I think. I think of other ones. I'm probably forgetting people. There's definitely massive flaws to the system when you hear some of the stories about the development. Like, it ain't, it's definitely not foolproof, but their way of doing wrestling is different. They do matches in a very formulaic fashion. So
Yeah. Yeah, because even the getting kind of big athletic guys, I'm kind of confused how a guy like EJ Nuka didn't make more of an impact there, because that guy's I haven't watched him a ton, but he's got the look, and that feels like a guy they could have done something with.
Definitely, it's yeah, they're very inconsistent with that stuff. It's very hard to actually get a read on what they really want. They can say it a certain way, and we're looking for this, but there's actually examples that they've struggled with. I mean, I think the best example is them not making a big star of Rusev is insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
I find it hard to judge the PC graduates when NXT, rightly or wrongly, became what it became, which was undeniably featuring talent that was already world class when it walked through the door. And NXT, the show, was objectively better for that. But it's really hard to truly develop anyone when you're signing Bobby Roode and Austin Aries and dudes that have been on TV for a decade and more. Samoa Joe, Finn. I mean, even Finn was different at least because he hadn't really done the big American stage.
Mm-hmm.
They has to see where the cameras are, pal.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Joe, who's been on TNA TV for a decade. That's insane. So I'm glad they were there because I liked NXT, the product, but it's a real thing. That hurt developmental, undeniably. So whether it was worth it or not, again, I don't know. But I always point to when Asuka and Bayley were the title program in NXT, and they called up Nia, Alexa, and Carmella, and it's interesting, I mean, there's a lot of success in those names I just mentioned, but it definitely would have helped their developmental to do the title program in NXT while the other people that were clearly ready were on the main roster. But they never did it like that, right? It's weird. It was all backwards for a while there.
Yeah, it was strange. It was good, but probably not the best way to do business.
Yeah. So this is definitely true. Shouldn't PC products have got better working with? I don't know who, and chat lists some people because I don't know. I didn't watch it close enough. But for a while there were no PC products on the TV. It just became they had to debut new people every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't watch a lot in the last few years, so I could be missing people. I know there's a lot of stories of guys talking about their, these house show matches they have, and they're not even matches. They're just these horse shit routines they run. So there's a lot of issues with the system, clearly. I'm just saying that if you actually have them on NXT TV, I don't think the problem will be that they have bland matches, to be honest. That's just me. Again, Bron Breakker is very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I think he's got a high ceiling. Obviously he's got the genetic makeup as well, which helps, but
for sure, absolutely
interested, and they got me back hooked on him. Like I said, he probably shouldn't have had the title match and then lost, but they're building him back up, so it's good.
I think there's something to be said for kind of skipping the NXT title thing and just fucking going with Bron Breakker. I really do. The roster lacks any kind of freshness. I think it could be exciting, but we'll see. I think Corbin undeniably was made better by working with Samoa Joe.
Yes.
Genuinely.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they work quite a bit on the house shows. So
Corbin is 100% a good wrestler. He's going to get knocked because people the character changes every 6 months and whatnot. And he's got just sort of go away television heat at this point, but just let him go out there and have a match. He's good. He gives you a good television match every single time.
Yeah.
He does have the WWE flaw of all right, I'm a heel. Let me work a chin lock for 20 minutes when no one wants to see it. But otherwise, he's like his moves are crisp. He works well. It's good base. No issues with
I
him.
honestly think, like, a lot of the PC folks to me are like mechanically well trained.
Mhm.
Like, I very seldom see PC projects like out there, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, look at the dude's feet are all over the place," which you will see that elsewhere. The issue is that they're not like they don't quite feel authentic because they've not really gone and just been a professional wrestler.
Right.
Because when they do these NXT house shows, when they did these NXT house shows, they were so kind of forced and phony, you know? So they never got a chance to just find themselves. That's what I think. I actually think mechanically they're all fine. And again, it's important to remember the way they do TV, they're not like, the matches aren't clean slates. Like, they legitimately are paint by numbers.
Yeah.
Now, someone like AJ Styles may make them feel more than that, but trust me, no, he's working on the same formula as everyone else. They have these standard matches on TV. So for what they do, I get it. It's just it comes across kind of fake sometimes. I still think if you just let guys cut their own promos, all of this would be avoided. But that's just me. I just find Corbin so. Yeah, it's fair. He definitely follows their structure, so I get it, Dave.
Yeah,
I just, you know, like to me, it's kind of that's just what heels are there, man. They just have those matches. Like, Ty Conti is one of the biggest like examples of where their system sucks, though, because Ty Conti is an example of where they tried to make someone that was like a legit judo player and genuine grappler. They tried to like train her like she was Carmella or Alexa, and it's just like that's where they have a big problem.
Yes.
You know? Because that archetype isn't in their systems. They just was like, fuck, we'll just fit her into another one.
Mm-hmm.
They can do, like, they can make a Bron Breakker or a big football player a powerhouse easily. They can do that. They're not going to all wrestle the same. They're just someone like her that escapes all of their little, you know, categories. They missed completely. That was a mistake. This is too much NXT talk.
Let's discuss the Young Bucks.
Okay.
I feel they are well deserved to be the number one tag team.
Me too.
Yeah, I have no problem with it.
All right, good discussion, guys. All right, what else do you guys want to talk about? Rob Wilkins left a super chat wanting to talk about the Timberwolves. I haven't, I honestly haven't watched a lot of the Timberwolves. I hope that Karl Anthony Towns gets traded to a good team soon, and otherwise, bless them.
Are the Young Bucks the best tag team of all time?
All time? How? Okay, so we're talking strictly from in-ring perspective, talking like influence overall, or just whatever your kind of criteria is.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
Okay. Man.
So this was PWI, right?
Yeah.
So this is their third award for PWI. The Observer, they've legitimately won about 9 times.
Yeah.
Which rules? Let me actually find out how many it is. This is tremendous. And this, to be clear, is not me even doing like a Dave thing because he doesn't. People still don't realize he doesn't pick the winners, which is hilarious. They have won the award. Only 6 times.
Oh, 6 times.
Cowards.
All time.
I think they're probably the best team of all time.
So here's the thing: is I feel like the teams that you're going to sort of put up there are like Rock and Roll and Midnight, right? Like,
yes.
And I didn't see them like in their prime, and I can't. I've gone back and watched them, obviously, but like I didn't live through that era of like how important they were,
of course,
to everything. Like the more modern stuff that I can sort of relate more to that I lived through is like Edge, Christian, Dudley's, Hardy's type teams, and like I think they're better than those teams because those teams, bless them, but like they didn't have a lot of like traditional tag team matches that you're hanging your hat on. Like it was a good amount of like gimmick stuff. And look, those matches are very, very influential and you can't take that away from them. There just isn't a lot of like traditional tag stuff to hang your hat on. And I think that could maybe be the knock against the Expresses is they don't have a lot of non-traditional tag team matches. You're like, all right, this is
right. It's just hard, yes. It's so difficult to compare because the thing is, definitely the Bucks they're above certain other modern teams because they're like the closest thing to a tag team draw that this era has had because that isn't a thing.
Mhm.
But like it does have to be said, like the Rock and Roll Express are like in terms of drawing power, they're in a different world. Like they're a bigger draw as a team in their prime than literally anyone in wrestling today, which is hilarious in many ways. But like Google it, kids. They did some serious business. So it's hard. I think if we were to say the last 25 years, I would say it's, to be quite honest, if you were trying to do an objective scale and you would take into account, impact, influence, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
God. I think it's hard to say, I think it's hard to say they're not at the top, to be honest with you. Bob, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd put them like number one all time, but like it's not something I'd necessarily argue with just based on, they have collective belts. They've had, good matches. Their influence has already been felt. It'll continue to be felt, I think, in tag team wrestling for, however long. So I think if you look at it from that point of view, yeah, I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I really would struggle on that. On a really balanced criteria, I'd struggle to have someone above them in that I have seen tons of, to be totally honest.
Yeah, well, because I mean, like, from a personal level, I don't think they're, my top tag team in AEW, obviously. Like, historically, I like FTR more, but,
this is where we upset the Oracle of Wrestling, right? Because I said that I prefer FTR, but think the Young Bucks are objectively greater. And Oracle got very upset at me because he doesn't like the word objective, which is fair.
Yeah.
What I meant by that was, if you really sat down and looked at it, which of those two teams can work baby or heel? Which of those two teams has had a greater influence on the industry? Which of those two teams has a better match catalogue? So on and so forth. It becomes really difficult to rank FTR above them, even though you and I may pop for their stuff more, slightly. More so for you than I. But like, it's interesting, I know. Okay. Super chat from Bam. Plays for the Heat, Bob.
Is Bam Adebayo, yeah.
Yeah. AEW rating down again, going live, West Coast bad, factual. I'm not an expert on ratings. I would suggest this was not a very good rating for AEW. I've seen that Dave Meltzer has called it disappointing, so I consider that a win for me. I don't know. I think this next month is kind of whatever, and we'll see where they land in January. That's going to be legitimately interesting. It's probably too far for ratings talk, but there's probably something to it. So we shall see. But West Coast thing doesn't help.
Yeah. No, are you saying we should let it play out?
Kind of, yeah. There is a bigger conversation I would like to have, but I don't really want to.
No, I mean, because ratings talk ultimately just all ends up the same.
Yeah.
Where you talk about it for however long, and then you're like, well, it doesn't really matter anyway.
I think there is something to be said for wrestling's ongoing battle with whether, like, distancing commercial success from critical success, rather than having those two married the way that wrestling has decided they always have to be. I think is kind of bad for the discussions we have,
Yeah.
And it all goes back to the Monday Night Wars stuff becoming, watch the ratings, this show got better and the rating went up, that show got bad and the rating went down.
Yeah.
Because I don't really think... Okay, look, here's what I'm saying. If you were just playing for ratings, there is probably something to be said for CM Punk wrestling less on TV and him only wrestling top guys in main event matches and him doing 20-minute promo segments with MJF every week. But artistically, that sounds really boring,
Yeah, and I don't think that's what they want to do, like...
Me either. Yeah.
Unless they have to, and I don't think they have to. Like, they were still top 3 in the demo last night, like they got beat by the challenge, which a lot of people watch, and college basketball, which, is kind of niche, but if there's a big game, people watch it. I mean,
yes. So basically, it's the idea of they are commercially viable enough to be successful, and to not just exist, but be like kind of, do good and pay the wrestlers well and all that good stuff. And it appears they are not rushing to kind of rewrite their format in hunt of more commercial success. That's my read on it. Now, I'm sure they would like the ratings to go up, and they have gradually gone up from what I know. But, like, I don't see them, to me, they don't book that show in a way of, like, we're really trying to get this demo up. Like, they're just kind of just doing their thing. And
that kind of gets into the thing, like, should you book for your audience, or should you be trying to, capture these casual fans that may or may not exist?
Right. And I don't know I don't know. I think they're probably doing the right thing, to be honest. They're, a pretty loyal fan base in terms of people that will pay their money for the product. That's important, because some other companies didn't have that. I won't name them. But, it is what it is. This is a good question. I was thinking about this earlier. Should AEW pack it up and just go to Access TV? Yes.
Yes.
Dude, look, I know no one likes him, and, like, there's many right reasons, but I have to say this. I saw a clip of Jim Cornette talking about AEW buying Ring of Honor's, like, tape library, and he goes, yeah, man, because then they could buy, like, the local TV times too, and they would get distribution in all the local markets, and they could do sponsorship deals with, like, Chris Jericho and send him to the town, and they could do an autograph sign. And I'm just sitting there like, God bless. There are people out there that really think if they had like $1 billion, they give it to James E. Cornette and be like, run the wrestling promotion for me in 2021. Dude thinks TK should be going to him and be like, give me them Sinclair time slots, man. Give them to me.
Yeah, why would they do that?
Because he doesn't get that, It's bless his heart, man.
That's true.
He's just gone. It happens to the best of us, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hopefully when I become old and out of touch, I don't also become greatly offensive and just call people names like a child. But I will certainly be out of touch. I'm already there, I think. This is what I think is actually the case. Dylan says it here. As long as Turner is happy with the ratings, I imagine TK will just put solely towards product quality. I agree. I think they're at a point where commercially they're comfortable. And some may dunk on that and say, well, that's the wrong attitude. I don't know. I don't know what right and wrong is in professional wrestling. I think they can clearly exist and thrive. And I kind of would rather they not just just chase, the rating every week. I think that's kind of a toxic way of booking a wrestling show, to be honest with you. I don't think that's the answer. So, there you go. Anything on that, Bob?
Well, because, when NXT was kind of chasing the rating every week, they were just kind of doing that. And yeah, it suffered. You shouldn't do it. You should just kind of map out what you want to do and just stick to your plan and hope it works out.
I will say, Phantom mentions it here, there is definitely something to be said for more top guy matchups on TV.
Yeah.
And I think I personally love the deal of like top guy wrestles young, future star, and you do that deal. I love that. Always loved it. I don't think always they do that. I think sometimes they are just too safe with protecting everyone. There's one thing I would say that I think would improve the product and probably be more commercially viable is when, I don't need to name them. We all know what I'm talking about. There are some matchups where it's just, I think some dudes can eat losses more than they kind of realize on TV, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I genuinely point at. Their roster's too deep to me to be running, a top 5 guy against the 80th guy on your depth chart. There's you don't need to do that to me.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's the thing too. If the arenas are full, which they have been, the crowds are hot, and I assume TNT is pretty happy, because, nothing else they're going to put there, running a movie from 2015 or whatever is not going to get you that number. So,
I think the reason they try not to as much top guy versus top guys try and keep the roster rotation going well. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just... it's hard. I have to sit down and really have good examples. I just think when you have that strong of a top core, you can definitely do more especially because the rankings, you can do more of those like top contender clashes and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there's something to be said for it. I mean, the tournament provided some of those though, so maybe I'm being unfair. On a podcast I listened to, they said compare this Dynamite to the last one Atlanta had. I think they're being too conservative, but with big shows ahead, I can understand. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like you got Winters coming, you got the TBS show, and then you got Battle of the Belts all in like a 3-week stretch. So,
Absolutely. No, you're right. I mean, again, it's difficult because there's a very fair response to this discussion, which is, hey, look, they're the worst version of Dynamite is still better than everything else, and that's true. But I think we're all holding to a high standard because that's the standard their quality is demanded, right? Like you can, there was a lot of good on last night's show. I don't think you could even come close to saying it's bad. It was probably objectively like a good show. But it's, by their high standards, I was left a little bit like, I thought it would be better. That just is what it is.
No, I kind of felt that too. Like I was entertained, but like on paper, it looked like it was going to be like kind of an all-timer, and it wasn't. And maybe that's my fault for hyping it up like that to myself.
Yeah, I agree. The lineup was stronger than the actual final product, which is often with Dynamite, it actually is the opposite. Where you kind of go, it looks okay, and matches will over deliver. This is, I would actually say genuinely, the show was, after rewatching it, it's probably higher than a 6, to be quite honest. But I think the general idea is spot on of that, definitely. Yeah. Hangman, hopefully after the Bryan match, he heats up and wrestles more. Thanks for sending a super chat. I'm just waiting to see where it does after moving to TBS. I think because of the long turnaround to Revolution from Full Gear, they've done largely maintenance booking to pass the time. Fair?
Yeah.
It's a long build, that, Bob. It's like 4 months.
Yeah, I think that's their longest time between pay-per-views, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's so obviously Winter is Coming is going to be an annual thing now, it seems so. And you have the special in January that you mentioned, but is MJF and Punk, they're not going to touch until Revolution?
Yeah, that's I think that could be a match at Battle of the Belts.
Me too. That could be the main event, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, because we don't know if they're doing a Hangman match. We don't know what his path is after Bryan.
Fair.
The tag titles are in a bit of a flux right now. Maybe Britt will have a match. We're not going to have a TBS match because they're having one earlier in the week. So that leaves, the Britt, the TNT title, and then that's it, right? Yeah. So got to fill that show out somehow.
I agree with this, Doc. I think sometimes that is definitely the case. I will say that rewatching it, I liked it more. So I do think that expectations hurt my personal enjoyment some, definitely. The rankings reset next year. That's interesting. I didn't like all the contrived announce table stuff and done with Code Man until as Bob says, he picks a lane, hence the That's fair. The announce table stuff, I think everyone agrees was not great. Definitely.
Yeah.
Marcus gives it a 9 though, so there you go. It's subjective, obviously. I'm thinking we may get Hangman vs. Miro or a second Hangman vs. Bryan. I think you need to let Miro go away for a little bit and kill some people, to be honest.
Yeah, Miro's in purgatory right now, so he's going to have to get out of there. Yeah.
Not ideal when you want to be challenging for the heavyweight title. Could it be Revolution? MJF has made Jericho and Cody go through multiple people. Will Punk? I mean,
I don't think you want to rely on that too much, though, but it could be interesting. I don't know who you'd even get for one with Punk, though. There's names, but
Revolution. Does that have a date, Bob?
I don't believe so because it doesn't have an announced venue yet. I believe it's going to be in Orlando, but sometime probably towards the middle of February. I think last year was the end of February.
Last year it was moved from the end of Feb to the 1st of March. The first week of March. So
I think 2020 was the end of February as well because it was shortly before everything shut down.
Yes. Genuinely, with Rampage, that is going to be a lot of TVs. I don't think you can. I actually think going to Revolution, I think would almost hurt the feud. I haven't seen it, so I can't say it with confidence. I think it's still what they do, obviously. But my God, that's a long time, man.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you can do CM Punk against MJF on television. There's nothing stopping you.
Television's really where like they're at.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That whole thing is kind of fascinating. Like AEW actually makes money on pay-per-view because, like, you know, they actually sell some, which is nice. Other wrestling companies, I would love to know how much these companies make from pay-per-view because clearly the money is in getting a big TV deal. Now, I'm not saying that Impact Wrestling will get a bigger TV deal if they run a title match on TV because, no. But, like, some of the pay-per-view I'll never cut out there. But yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good. So some of the title talk is definitely like outdated, I think. I do think there's something to that. Like, look at the TV money nowadays, man. It's a different time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. We got the Owen Hart Cup coming up still too, so that'll fill some time on these TVs. Interested to get some more information about that. I have to imagine that's coming soon.
Yeah, that should be great.
Yeah.
It really should be something special. 7.5 for me. Good show. People are obsessing over 3 segments, 15 minutes of a 2-hour show. Cole and Leo stuff was awkward. Some folks can, I think anyone can play out a Wardlow squash is being short-sighted for sure. I think there's a lot of truth to this comment. I kind of think the MJF thing kind of maybe dampened it for me, and I went off on a, sometimes your momentum takes a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of like lose your way as a viewer. I think that's what happened for me with MJF, to be honest.
Yeah.
Are we bearing MJF?
We're just letting it play out.
Okay, fair.
Looking here. Dude, that Jericho write-off angle was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life. He's had 2 interactions with 2.0 and they've both been hilarious. And I only can imagine what the match will look like when he eventually returns.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to return and just beat up Eddie. You know that, right?
Yeah, it's a bummer. I wish they wouldn't do that.
But I mean, he's going to turn heel, I think. And he'll be like, you piece of shit, you didn't help me, Eddie Kingston.
I don't think. We're talking Moxley, right? Because my audio.
No, Jericho.
Oh, Jericho. Oh, sorry. Yeah, apologize. Yeah, Jericho will probably turn.
That'll be his return. He'll become like a lunatic Chris again.
I didn't even think of Jericho because.
Yeah.
He's off TV now, pal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going on tour, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on tour.
Thank you.
The segment they did last night must have been taped a week back because he's already here.
Yeah.
When are you going to see him?
Every night of the next 4 months. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. Jeremy won the Starcade poll.
As I should have.
That's awful, bro. You've become a monster, man. The overness is. God, you won by 1.6%.
Really? It was that close?
Wow.
Oh man.
That rules. I think Jericho's turning heel, Zach. I really do. I think Jericho much prefers being a heel, and I think that's clearly to me the story to tell with Kingston. And I just don't think it's coincidence, the Eddie stuff. I'm sorry. I think it's a program. I'm pretty certain of it, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong many a time before. Santana and Ortiz, they need to be on TV. What the fuck, man?
Mm-hmm.
Never on TV unless they're with Chris. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a bummer. I haven't really been keeping up with Dark. It looks like they've been doing a lot of good stuff on there, but yeah, they need to be on television.
Yeah, it's frustrating me as a fan, very much so. He's on tour until December 12th. That isn't even long. God
Be
damn.
back for winter is coming.
It's great. It's tremendous that Shoot booked like a whole Long Island homecoming match for him, and he was on tour the whole time. How great is that?
Yeah.
Shoot was talking about homicide coming in and shit. Tremendous. This is an oxymoron. Big stars in TNA. It's not actually the thing that can exist. So I thought I called a truce, but JJ's inexplicably continuing on with the Great War. So,
It's terrible. JJ sucks, man.
Wow. I think that was too far, Bob.
Yeah, that's probably too far. I like JJ.
Yeah, take that back, Bob.
I'm sorry.
There you go. We're all friends here. You have to walk it back quickly here. Yeah, I think everyone agrees. Santana and Ortiz need to be champs next year, I should say. When they win them, who off? I'm not going to speculate on because I did it for an hour last night and the match was cancelled that I was fantasy booking.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Let it play out. You get what you get, I suppose. All that stuff.
I was real upset about that.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Really bummed me out a lot.
I believe it definitely bumped Joseph out more than me. But after we'd spent so much time talking about it, I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm excited for this. And then it just turned out, oh, no. Real quickly, JJ's having a tough time. I hope he realizes all of this is good fun and we love it.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was having a tough time. They made me feel like an asshole.
Yeah, you didn't. Everyone in the chat was during the main show was supporting him and everything. He's been having a tough time, man. Like, don't.
No, JJ rules.
I called a truce.
I know. That's why I said I appreciate that JJ just is keeping it going. I hope that he is having as much fun with it as we have with it.
I have blind spots, okay? And if you begin to throw such filth in my mentions as Alexa Bliss in Impact Wrestling, you get what you get, I suppose. All right? That's what I'm saying. And then when you hit me with a 1-2 combination of, hey, Roddy Strong actually wrestled in TNA, like that's terrible. That's treacherous. That's spiteful. That's venomous. So I called a truce. JJ is a friend of the show. He knows that. I actually did a TNA series for about 3 months in support of JJ's bizarre addiction to that brand. I tried my best. I was ill one time for a whole week because I didn't watch the TNA show, Bob.
I remember that.
Literally one of the worst experiences of my whole life was there was a match on there where it was like a battle royal, but also a ladder match. Someone got their head shaved. I don't know what it was. It was terrible.
I think it was like a 3-hour show too.
And it was, and I've tried, I've tried my best. I call a truce. I do not appreciate such comments as someone was big star in TNA. That's all I'm asking. But anyway, he is the OG grinner. That is fair.
Yes.
That's very, very fair.
That's a good point.
What an incredible term that is. The OG grinner. Self-dunk. Tremendous. I think you could return to a Bucks title match for Santana and Ortiz. It's been a year since they've run that. Oh, yeah, there's definitely... When you get the belts on, I think it'll be fresh and exciting, and there'll probably be a couple new teams by then, I'd imagine. So there's stuff you can do. It's just who they win them off is kind of interesting to me.
Mm.
I'm also not banking on them winning them anymore because I've been doing that for about a year.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Arthur Ashe was going to be their big moment. And
Brother, I had it at... When they wrestled the Bucks before MJF and Jericho, I like fantasy booked them to win them there. It was really embarrassing. They just lost. And then Arthur Ashe, as you said, I worked the Good Brothers in there somewhere. It was fun.
I still would like to see another Santana and Ortiz and FTR program because that program was very good. Like I said yesterday, the match got cut short, but
yeah, the
program itself was excellent.
Yes, I agree. Zach is correct. There are a lot of injured tag teams. Private Party, Butcher and the Blade, one half of both of those missing. So
that's a bummer. Butcher came back just for that match and got hurt.
Yeah. He's getting old, man. Poor dude. Poor dude's like, I think he's pretty, because from what I know, his original wrestling training was halted by an injury. So I don't know if his body is, it's tough, man. That's what retired you, Bob, right?
True.
Good stuff. Trent also out. Good call. Look at this. JJ's now building an army. Disgraceful. collecting friends in the chat, ganging up on us. Terrible times.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing is we watched TNA last week as well, so it's like, what else do we need to do?
What did we? Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah, we did the Ring of Honor show.
We gotta watch TNA. We gotta watch Joe and Styles from Turning Point at some point.
We did.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that as a. We'll do that as like a real show. You know, we'll like talk about it.
Sounds good.
We'll watch it. Actually watch it. You know, it should be good. Top Flight. Yes, they're also that. Sorry, Bob. What was you gonna say?
No, I was just looking at the chat as well. Yeah, I didn't really realize how many injured tag teams there were, but it's a good amount.
Yeah, man. It's a lot of those dudes work so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the stuff I see these guys doing on Dark, man, bless them. You know, just grab a hold and hit your finish and get the fuck out of there. Don't hurt yourself on those shows, please. I mean, I love it. I appreciate someone that watches them, but it's crazy. I mean, this guy should. I'm sure he said as much to the lads at Private Party.
That smells like big money to me. Give them hell, TK!
Hey, guys, do you think Kyle O'Reilly's coming into AEW?
No, I think he's going to win the NXT tag titles with Von Wagner this weekend.
You working or shooting?
No, I don't think he's going to do that. Yeah, he's probably
it with confidence. Yeah. What do you think about that? What do you think his ceiling is in AEW, Bob?
I think he could win the TNT title. I don't know, like,
yeah,
he's a good singles guy. Like, I mean, his run with NXT last year, I don't think has been great as a singles guy, but like he's very good as a single. Obviously, the inclination is to put him in a tag team right away, but like he can work.
He's a really interesting guy in that he's inconsistent, but not in that term. He's like in what that traditionally would mean, and what it does mean, frankly, is sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. But with him, what it means is
guys. I don't know what y'all are talking about. I got heat with Cody's sister.
Fucking owned, man.
Do you?
Yeah.
Why?
That's
what happened?
Good.
She didn't like my headline on the Cody match.
What was the headline?
Cody Rhodes needs Flaming Table, Golden Shovel, Sledgehammer, and T-Pain to defeat Andrade El Idolo.
I mean,
she's pretty interesting.
She responded by saying, "Quite the headline for a fantastic match. Also, a smattering of boos is hardly deafening. Can't wait for y'all's next anti-bullying piece when a wrestler dies."
My God.
I mentioned literally nothing about Cody being booed in the article. Certainly not deafening. And I don't know what that second part is a reference to.
What the hell, man? I don't know. Maybe someone said something on a podcast last night. I don't know.
It's not a quote tweet. Sean quote tweeted her. You can go to Sean's timeline and check it out. She responded to I have no idea, but
all right. Well, anyway.
Sorry for.
That's fine.
I was informed that I was informed that I have heat with Cody's sister.
That's brutal, man. Yeah, I have no comment for many reasons. Now, Kyle O'Reilly, okay? What's interesting about him is he's very, very... I've never seen him be bad, but there are times where he's like one of the best wrestlers in the world when he's like really on his game.
Mm-hmm.
That guy isn't always there. I would like to think that the AEW stage and platform and opportunity would bring him out more, because when he's had those opportunities, he's been pretty damn consistent. He's definitely someone that could catch fire and have so many great matches that he kind of gives them no choice but to make him a TNT champ, whatever whatever it means. Yeah, he's very good. I mean, I'm not, Red Dragon is a good team, so that would be fun to have them back.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, I agree. Like, And I think that's what you do with him when he comes in. You know, that's kind of the natural thing to do. A lot of people are like, oh, they don't need to put Cole and O'Reilly and Fish together. Why not? You know, like that's a good starting point. Then you go from there.
Yeah. I don't really know why. I mean, I don't think Cole will be with them, though, to be honest. I really don't. I think
if you do Red Dragon against Young Bucks, then you have Cole be conflicted.
Yeah.
But again, I also think Cole's probably the title match at Revolution, so.
I just think... I'm trying to piece this together here. I think it works best if Bobby and Kyle are just a tandem separate, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Only because if we do assume that the other guy's coming in from WWE, it makes that more impactful, I think. You know?
It's fair.
That's all. But I think there's a good way to tell the story. Obviously, they had Fish and Cole win last week, so that isn't done yet, necessarily, that dynamic. So,
yeah,
there's certainly a good opportunity that happens.
That was a great match, too.
Really
I like
good,
that.
Bobby Fish is good, man.
He is. We talk about it a lot. Just a perfect TV wrestler.
Yeah, he's he learned a lot from Harley Race, right, Bob?
Exactly.
Good
They're
stuff.
breaking into the business together.
Oh god, I hope Reese is like fantasy booking this and isn't a real thing. I hope that sounds hilarious. I hope that's just purely Reese popping himself. I still think MJF vs Punk will be number one contender match.
It could.
It could be, yeah. It could be. That would be interesting in terms. So that would mean one of those guys probably wrestles at Revolution for the belt. That'd be interesting. Sorry, I'm looking at the timeline. Thank you, Reese.
I was just looking at the rankings real quick here.
My God, go ahead, Bob.
Well, Bryan Danielson is currently number one, so he's getting a title match. Kenny's still on there, but that obviously doesn't matter. Scorpio Sky was the guy you pointed out yesterday. That's going to be one to watch.
Yeah. Something's up with that.
Yeah. Jungle Boy's still up there, which maybe he'll get a TNT title match.
Okay, hang on. Read these rankings to me from front to back. I'm sorry, Bob, because I'm...
Yeah, Danielson, Kenny, Scorpio Sky, Jungle Boy, and Miro.
Didn't Kingston show up in the rankings like a week ago? Has he already fallen out of them? What a dunk that is.
I don't think he was in the rankings, was he?
He showed up one week. Yeah, I'm certain of it.
We typically cover the rankings. Hold on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't like check them every week. I just check them when it's convenient to something I want to talk about.
Yeah. Bob running to the rankings. Fortunately, our audio doesn't cut out on that.
Because there's no audio on it, so.
No, but like it pops me that ours just stays, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Would Cody get booed against MJF? Maybe. I mean, Darby got like trading chants against MJF, which was hilarious. That was wild. Didn't expect that at all. Scorpio takes off Sammy at Battle of the Belts, in my opinion. Certainly something I could see.
Mm-hmm.
Scorpio and Ethan have not been on TV since they cut a promo saying that it wasn't over between them and American and Inner Circle. So I don't know if you tell me on that one. Yeah, Kenny should probably not be in the rankings anymore, huh?
Yeah, you would think.
Bootlickers. I'm waiting for something to hear. Don't worry. Are you guys fans of how Tony Nese's theme just repeats premiere?
Yep. Absolutely. It tells me who he is and what he does, and that's all I look for in themes.
He's good, man. I'm happy for Tony Nese, you know?
Yeah, he is.
He works really hard for a long time, and no one even watched like 205 Live, so they dunked on him getting signed. It was weird. The reaction to him getting signed was weird, man.
Yeah, it's strange.
Just being actively mad that guy got a job seems bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange.
Did you see I publicly praised Sean Spears yesterday again, and it still didn't go well for me? We'll try again in a few months.
Really? You got dunked on?
Yeah. I was just like, he's good in his role. He's grown on me. And even then, it was just not good for me.
They're the same people that like Let me think about this. Who's a really funny wrestler they enjoy? They enjoy Madcap Moss.
It's true.
I don't know if they do or not, actually.
I don't think most people do. But we'll assume they do for this bit.
But okay, so apparently it was October 29th, so I'm sorry, that's not really a gripe. Yeah, I mean, the rankings obviously are what they are. It's just, it's hilarious sometimes. Yeah, people hate Sean Spears. There's a couple ex-WWE guys that just, people absolutely hate them, and I have no idea why or when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Chelsea Green, too.
But Chelsea's like, it's way too much for Chelsea, but she's very...
That's true. She kind of leans into it. I don't think Sean Spears ever really did.
Like, Sean Spears legitimately says, like, I didn't want to be a top guy in AEW, I just wanted to wrestle more, so I left.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, go fuck yourself, you piece of shit. It's wild. Like, EC3 is enough. People hate that dude, man.
Yeah.
He'll just, like, joke about stuff in interviews and people quote Tweet Dunk. It's amazing. Yeah, I think Biff is going to be in AEW soon. To be honest, I think he's assigning the exact same mold of a Tony Nese, but he's, frankly, and I love Tony, but he's a lot better.
Hell yeah.
Biff's a bad man. He can go.
Yeah. I was a big fan of that tag team. I wish he would have gotten a little bit more of a singles run, but yeah, I saw them face the Undisputed Era in Chicago.
That match was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the match where you guys are like, you could tell the crowd they didn't follow the product closely enough to care about Biff and Stone, right? You could tell.
Yeah, they won him over throughout the match.
Exactly. That match is great. Yeah, that's tremendous. Dude, Roddy and O'Reilly was such a good team.
Oh, yeah.
Incredible team. Brody King's coming soon. Yeah, I think Brody's someone that everyone kind of expects at this point. He's great. So that's good for all involved. I did see Malachi tweet lore.
He did tweet some lore.
I sit down again and Joe's calling someone a piece of shit. Happy to hear that. Washington Wizards best in the East. Sorry to hear that. Thanks for the super chat.
They've been pretty good. They've been better than I thought they'd be.
They've been much better than I think anyone expected.
Yeah,
people were like, "Why is Bradley Beal staying?" And then they weren't bad.
Yeah, number 2 in the East right now. I don't think that's going to hold because the Bucks figured it out. And
yeah.
Sometimes you just need to just not have Westbrook and you become better for it. There's a lot of evidence to suggest this.
Yeah.
Can we talk about my guy, Rookie of the Year, Josh Giddey? I know you guys have watched him play for 0 seconds.
I have legitimately never seen him play a second basketball. So
yeah, I've never seen him. He had a dunking card in 2K My Team. That was pretty fun. Is he a good dunker?
Really? He's good. I like him. He's very I feel like the best comparison is like kind of Rondo-esque, where he's going to do a little bit of everything for you. I don't know. I think he can be like a better scorer than Rondo, because Rondo his shot never got there, and Giddey's shots farther along than Rondo's ever was. But like his vision for a rookie is next level, like really next level stuff.
Yeah. No, I think the Thunder are building a really good core.
Excited for the next 2 years when they might actually be good. They're such a great tanking team too. They lost to Houston back to back. Houston sucks, and OKC still figured out a way.
Bro,
figured out a way to lose to them twice.
I mean, the Bulls lost to Houston too.
Houston's garbage.
It sucked, man.
Yeah, Gresham and Taven were backstage. Was that PWI?
I think so. They're both from. I mean, I know Gresham lives in Atlanta, so. I don't know where Taven actually lives, but
I mean, Taven and Bennett are a good team. So that's again another one of those deals where like if they posted tomorrow, Matt Taven is all elite, people would just be like really mad. And it's like I don't think he should be a singles in AEW because I just don't. I just don't think he could hang in that's wrong. You could use him, but in terms of any sort of push, no, I don't think so. The team with Bennett is a good team, though. They're a good team. So If you sign them, I guess I could see it. Gresham. I mean, you do whatever you can to get Gresham. Let's be honest, yeah. He's spectacular. But yeah, it'll be certainly going to be interesting to see those Ring of Honor guys find their place. Don't sign. Look, I get the Taven thing because the Ring of Honor World Title reign and all that stuff was bad.
Yeah.
Is what it is. It happens. But like as a tag, he can be valuable. I think people. Why do people hate Matt Taven so much? I think it's just a case of use a guy in his right role. You know, that's what I think it really is. Like he's valuable, but when you try and build a promotion around him, his value suddenly is hidden by the fact that he's not up to that role. And there's no shame in that. There's a lot of wrestlers that can't do that. My God. Gresham Andrade has the tag pop. God, if they put Adam Cole back with Mike Bennett and Matt Taven, Reese, Twitter would literally like melt. It's over. The magic has gone. All that stuff.
I don't think anyone would say that. Come on.
Magic's gone, Bob. Damn, magic is gone.
It's a bummer, man.
Terrible.
He was a top guy. Now he's just another guy.
He was a top guy on the critically acclaimed NXT program that no one liked or watched. And now here he is, just being one of the top guys on a very, very big show on TNT that everyone likes. 4 arenas. On a roster with legends. Yeah.
Yo, what I'm confused about is why he's such a dork now. He was never like this before.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shame, right?
Yeah, it's a bummer.
They should just release him.
I agree.
He can't hang.
Nope.
It's very clear.
Ran from the grind. Anyway.
Ran from the grind.
Ran from the grind. Such a good one.
Oh, that's good shit, man.
That is.
Yeah. The Adam Cole thing is always difficult for me because I'm just like, you know.
You famously don't care for him.
Yeah, like a part of me just wants to tweet, like, just shut up. Like, you keep going on about it. She's going to be the champ, and I'm going to have to be honest about it, in my opinions. You know what I mean? Like, just let me live, man. They tell me 2024, Adam Cole and MJF is the title program in AEW, and I'm just going to be just smashing my head against the wall for an hour, telling everyone that I'm excited about it. I'm sure it's fine. He and Punk were neck and neck in terms of reactions last night. There you go. Hope you had fun, by the way, pal.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the crowd was kind of like weirdly mic'd. I don't think they were like, because they didn't come across that loud on TV, and I didn't think, but that's a problem they've had a couple times before.
Yes, it is.
Where they should probably work to fix that.
Yes, I would say that would be a good idea. Shoot was very angry about this. Very, very mad. He texted me at one point. Let me find this because this was hilarious. This is my reaction. So I said to him, Fight TV feed is Kaya, and he said, "My God, you've been owned. This fucking rules. Brits couldn't handle it."
That's fair.
What the hell, man?
He's got a point.
He said, "Whoever did the audio for this building sucks. I mean, it's not their best crowd, but we can hear the damn vent system."
Yeah.
Sure. Incredible thought, the idea of Shoot going like ear to the TV. Yeah, this was a real thing. This crowd had like a genuine vibe of like the WWE crowds when they just go silent when the matches start. Popped me tremendously. It's not usually the case on Dynamite. It's kind of sad when it is. I forgot that's a thing. There you go. All right, folks. Let's wrap this up because Bob's got another show to do in about an hour and a half, and I might be on that. I don't know yet. Go to latenightgrin.com because Bob O'Neill and the Confirmed Shoot are going to do a TW stream doing the Texas Wrestling Federation. Episode 4, Bob?
3.
Wow.
Hold on, because we
It
did
has to
one.
be 4, man.
We
It
did
has
one.
to
We didn't get through the whole month. Yeah, because the first one we just set everything up.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is 4. Yeah, because 2 of them we've had releases, and one of them's been normal, and hopefully this one's normal.
It's a new month, so you can sign up for just $1. There's a lot of content there. We do a 4-hour show every Friday night after Rampage.
We do.
It's actually pretty good, I promise. So join Bob and shoot for that in about 90 minutes. Sign up, enjoy it, all that good stuff. And in closing, RIP AEW. Bob, Jeremy, any closing statement?
Yeah, it's sad that AEW has to shut down now, but they had a good run. Leave the memories alone. You follow me on Twitter at Robert O'Neill31. Come join us later as we book the Texas Wrestling Federation. We've been making money. We've been gaining viewers. Shoot and I are very good at this. We're going to take over the world. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Oh boy.
No. We got a real big problem. Somebody keeps fucking me here.
Jeremy, any closing words?
Don't follow Neil on Twitter. Cody's sister and I are now best friends. Everyone have a good evening.
Bye.